Let me think. What LDA mean? What a customer?
Yeah, master.
Yeah, you're not part of the company.
Just come to this
That's wonderful. You guys ready?
Yeah. Okay, you guys set now? Alright, so we're here and now there will be a press statement read by the Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Honorable Emmanuel Yarkpawolo, as he addresses the issue of this canal shelf. So Director, it's up to you.
This statement is a follow-up to the statement the EPA released last night as it relates to container that came into the country. On the 17th of September, we got a letter from Elson Logistics. Elson is spelled I-E-L-S-I-N, and it's spelled Logistics. This is the content of that particular letter that the EPA received on the 17th of September. Dear Dr. Yarkpawolo, we hope this letter finds you well. Asset Transport and Logistics is a Liberian-owned company dedicated to providing innovative logistics solutions. At Asset Transport and Logistics, we pride ourselves on delivering high-quality services tailored to meet the unique needs of our clients. We are writing to request information on the procedure for disposing of palm kernels in environmentally responsible manner for a shipment of 17 x 40 feet container pending arrival on the 18th of September 2025 at the Freeport of Monrovia. As Asset Transport and Logistics, we are keen to ensuring compliance with environmental regulations and best practices. Could you kindly provide us with the following information? 1. Guidelines for handling and storage of palm kernel waste. 2. Approved method for disposal of palm kernel waste. 3. Any relevant regulations or standard rate that we need to adhere to. We appreciate your guidance on this matter and look forward to hearing from you soon. The first letter EPA got for the container on the 17th of September from the company called Asset Logistics asking for procedure. The EPA then writes Asset Transport and Logistics on the 22nd of September. It is what we wrote this company asking. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia acknowledges receipt of your communication September 17, 2025, requesting guidance on the disposal of palm kernel waste. The agency commends your effort to seek proper guidance in line with national environmental standards and regulations. Following a preliminary review, kindly be advised as follows. 1. Capacity to handle waste. Asset Transport and Logistics is neither authorized or adequately equipped to directly undertake the disposal of palm kernel waste. In this regard, your company is required to engage the services of an EPA-certified waste management provider to conduct the disposal in accordance with established environmental regulations. 2. EPA assessing and testing. Before disposal, the EPA must conduct an environmental assessment and laboratory testing of the palm kernel waste to determine its characteristics, potential risks, and the most environmentally sound manner of treatment or disposal. This requirement is consistent with the Environmental Protection and Management Law and is intended to safeguard the environment. 3. The role of the Basel Convention. As party to the Basel Convention on the control of trans-boundary movement of hazardous waste and their disposal, Liberia is obliged to ensure that all forms of waste management comply with both the national and international standards. In this context, the EPA has a duty to regulate the handling, transportation, and disposal of waste materials, including agro-industrial products such as palm kernel waste, so that they do not result in trans-boundary environmental harm or contravene Liberia's international commitment. For the next steps, upon completion of the assessment, the EPA will advise on the appropriate disposal method and guide satisfied waste provider service providers. So as you said, it's very clear, acknowledge receipt, and the next step. You are not qualified to do this. Hold on until we test and see the content of what you have first, even before we can talk about disposal. And that will have to be done through a third party waste certified company. Then the EPA also wrote the management immediately. We wrote the port management. This is dated also on the 23rd. EPA decision. Let me see. Okay, EPA decision on palm kernel waste management in the Freeport of Monrovia. Let me read this other letter. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia presents a commitment and wishes to inform you of the agency decision regarding the shipment of 17-44 containers of palm kernel waste to SM Transport and Logistics, which arrived at the Freeport of Monrovia on September 18. Following a preliminary review in line with the Environmental Protection Management Law, the agency hereby directs the following. 1. The EPA has officially responded to SM Transport and Logistics outlining the required procedure for waste management. In a communication, the EPA further indicated that the attempted disposal process constituted a breach of the Basel Convention free and prior consent protocol to which Liberia is a party. The consignment of palm kernel waste shall remain within the facility of the APM terminal, Liberia, while sample has been randomly collected by the EPA for laboratory testing and environmental assessment. Only upon verification and proof through testing that the palm kernel waste is safe for disposal within Liberia, should the final removal and environmentally sound disposal process be authorized and finalized in accordance with established regulations. The EPA counts on the full cooperation of the Port Authority and 8 p.m. Terminal Liberia to ensure compliance with this directive, as the process is intended to safeguard both the environment and public health while upholding Liberia's obligation on international environmental standards. We highly appreciate your continued collaboration. So we did inform the port that we got the letter, we have replied to them already, but don't release them until we can do the test. This is very proactive. After that, the test was conducted. In the test, we have said we will release the report on our website because this is an ongoing process. The test was conducted and the result came that no, it did not have hazardous material. All we detected in the container was palm kernel shell that is getting rotten with some maggots, some worm in them. So it means, in the wisdom of the EPA, it can be disposed of in Liberia. So based upon that test result, we wrote the management asking him to release the container. And the reason why we did that, the container are already at the port, not only that they occupying space, but there are palm kernel that are rotting, basically warming them. So keeping them there for a long time, the potential of infestation for other food and other things in the port is high. Because the point of its disposal in Liberia, we cross that, we say it can be disposed of in Liberia. The question is, should it be at the port continuously? No. In our wisdom, we say no. We then ask the port, they can release it so it can be stored to another area while the further processes for disposal are being worked on. And this is that letter to the managing director of the port, Duke. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia present its compliment and refer to an earlier communication regarding the consignment of 17-44 containers of palm kernel waste consigned to SM Transport and Logistics which arrived at the Freeport of Monrovia on September 18, 2025. Pursuant to the Environmental Protection and Management Law of Liberia, and in fulfillment of Liberia's obligation under the Basel Convention, the EPA conducted a comprehensive environmental assessment and laboratory analysis of the Palm Kernel waste. We are pleased to inform you that the result of the testing have confirmed that the material poses no environmental or public health risks and is therefore considered safe for disposal within Liberia. Accordingly, the EPA hereby authorizes and requests the release of the container currently held within the facility of 8 p.m. terminus to allow the consignment to be removed and disposed of in line with approved waste management procedure. Remember, we have already communicated with the company and said you're not allowed to do this. For you to do this, you need to choose and satisfy there's a procedure. That decision is telling the port they can store it somewhere now until this procedure is followed. Are you with me? Okay, we highly appreciate your continued collaboration. This is the rating document associated with this particular consignment. So the idea was then, as of yesterday, a number of the containers escorted by EPA inspectors as well as our colleagues from the custom enforcement aspect of it and other relevant authorities, as would normally be done. They escorted the truck from the port of Monrovia to this place where we are. This is a GSA compound, and this compound is not the compound like the downtown where all the workers are. If you span your camera around, it's like a warehouse, basically an open warehouse where big stuff like this is stored. So this is now where the workers are actively, offices are going actively, not like that. It's a broad open field. They negotiated with the relevant authorities, but they continue to be stored here temporarily as they work with the EPA to finalize the final disposal. So this is the information here, at least we got it. And when we came here now, the information has been a little bit modified, and that modification has to do with this logistic company. They have already disposed some of them from here. They already disposed some from the port directly without the EPA involvement. And so that is subject to investigation and administrative action. Because as we read in the letter, it's very clear to them the procedure. You are not satisfied to do this. These are the lists. Choose from. The reason why it's important, when the EPA satisfies a company to do this work, they're going through tremendous training. They know exactly what to do. They are formed, they have to fill their protocol, they have to follow everything. So we can't just say anybody should do it. So that's why we say go and choose one. You know, then they will come over the guideline, it will be approved. But as we got here now, fresh information is that they already have disposed of some, which is totally against the procedure we told them. But we're going to suggest that to further investigation, and we'll come up with finding and action to be taken as to what caused them to do that and the punishment here of in terms of it. The purpose here now is members of the press is for us to go to the container and actually open it. It's kind of a laboratory yourself, so you can see them. You can see the content of the container, right? You can see the content. I'm told, you know, like I'm told they are not really full. People who look at it earlier because there is some other regulation as to how much can go into the container, and so you will see that you may see they're not full, but that's the way it should be transported on an international convention. You can't have it more than 50% of the volume in the container because it generates methane gas, and there's a possibility if there's too much heat in there, it might cause problems. So you might see some of that, but the idea is for us to go open those containers that are here, for you to take the picture, for you yourself to look at the content of it. Because I know Liberians are quite worried, rightfully so. Our country is a dumping ground, or what kind of thing coming into our country and the rest of it. We want to ensure the Liberians that your country is not a dumping ground. And under our watch, Liberia cannot be a dumping ground. But we got a letter from this company that they're having this material, they wanted to dispose of it. Our part is, can it be disposed in Liberia scientifically? Yes. There's a set of procedure to do that. And so everything we're doing is to protect the public. So in the name of transparency, we will publish the live result on our website once everything is done, all the analysis and all the reports are done. It will be in the view of the public. And anybody can take it, you can even take a sample and go through, because science should be When you do it fairly, you should still get the same result, right? So that's the purpose we are here. Thank you.
So thank you. Right now we can now move to.
So, well, we are moving now to the containers that had the Palm Kernel Shells.
Yes, it's community.
As you can see, one
A kernel shell that was brought into
here live from the GSM compound into 7 of those containers.
So what a container owner? Okay. This is, you introduce yourself, and you can tell what we're looking at.
So I'm Justin, and I'm the CEO and founder of LCN Transport and Logistics, a premier supply chain logistics group, 100% Liberian owned. So this is the kernel shells, and as the MD said, and the test was conducted by the lab. So it has huge depth. So you can just look at them and take a sample of them, and and the public can have.
Let's go to the first truck. Yeah, why is it empty?
So I'm going to have a conversation with my management team. This was not authorized by me to move the truck at the site to have it disposed. So I'm also subject to investigation, Mr. MD. So we are a Liberian business. We have a track record of being very transparent, and we are, like I said, we are open to investigation. So, and LCN is a Liberian-owned business. Like I said, we are still open to my investigation, and later we can have a findings and see how we can have this result. But mind you, the management of LCN Transport and Logistics is going to have our own in-house investigation with our general manager and our operational team is going to tell us and how this was done. Thank you.
Okay, so quickly, at this point in time, we've listened to the CEO. So if you have questions, we'll just take 3 questions.
We're not in it yet, though. The order continue.
Okay, we'll just take 3 questions. Just know that. So those who want to ask questions,
yeah, let's look at the order
container first.
This one is empty already. They emptied the container. I think there's some.
So these are some of them.
So these are Palm Kernel Shell. As you can see.
Yeah, so let's open this one.
Take a picture.
So as you see, the container is not filled because in international business standard, you cannot load the container at a certain level and for the movement of the vessel. So it have no issues. Like I said again, the press can take a sample. You can still, yes, sir. You can still have.
I put one bag down.
Take one.
Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yeah, leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, they forward it.
Sorry.
Yeah. That empty.
So the reason you see this container is wet is because these containers are wet because of the temperature in the container. Okay. So I think it's because of this that the vessel captain requested that this container is being disposed.
So you can come and see the maggots. They're talking about. You see the smaller stuff moving?
Yeah. I think someone put your hand.
Yeah.
Put your hand.
There, you see?
Bring it back small. No. You call it. No, you call it.
So if you look in the lava stage, the small Yeah. You see there?
Excuse me.
See what it is. This one is large. It got a seal on it. Yeah, but let's break the seal.
Whoa. So this is another.
Yeah, let's break the seal. It go from one to be completely locked that has not been opened yet.
So this is another one. Is untouched. You can also take a sample. The EPA team can also bring a sample of theirs if you guys want.
Hold on, wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, wait. Listen, this has not been opened yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is very important because those ones were pre-open. So this is the very first time we're going to open this, and we open it for the public to see it, and everybody who's seen it. So this, where's the seal?
There's the seal. Okay.
Somebody climb up there and point.
So can you have the seal number?
Come and see. You see the making?
Tell it, please. Hurry up, tell it for me.
See what we're talking about?
Tell it. Okay. There's the seal number.
See all the info.
So here you see the seal number.
Okay.
So you see over here, that's the container number.
Okay.
You understand?
So the idea is this has not been opened yet. You still get a seal. We're going to break the seal now and open it for the public to see it for the first time. So you go ahead and
The chicken ain't eating it.
So please. So please move there. So please move, please.
Not it down.
Déjame ver.
Let's see what you're talking about. I never do it. Also,
this one, Mama.
sit down. Alright, begin. Oh, you open it. Okay, I get it. That's not turning Where is the coming? Yeah, where is the coming? We gotta move it on. Yeah, bro. What the cutter? Are you selling for him? He did all this. How much wood now? Because I don't have to open that.
The key for this shit.
Let's see, bring one bag. And let the LDA people do the close. And then open it down. LDA people.
Excuse me?
Open for LDA. One of the bags. Randomness, like let's leave it, Tony. Yeah, randomness.
So some of you have been asking about the worms inside of the containers, as you can see.
Yeah.
So these are the worms.
LDA, please choose any of the two bags of your own, yeah? Let the inspectors of the yes. EPA inspectors will draw. Anyone that choose your opinion,